years, it's just evolved. I think maybe the language you were alluding to, I'll try to touch on that briefly. That came from, there was one song that Shane had on Shane's first solo album from 2001 where there was just a cue to get between sections.
Yeah.
And he figured out, we could just use this cue to end the song. And then when I was not in the band, they just started using that cue in every song to stop whenever they wanted to. They just started became slightly
modular. Was it a rhythmic
modular.
thing or harmonic thing?
It was like a phrase, a phrase that anybody could play, and it was like stop right.
And they would do that on every song,
or not every song, but like at the end of an improvisation or something to make it like we meant to do that.
Okay.
And then that,
which is a very Brazilian thing.
Yeah, right.
By the way,
exactly. Or like, yeah, exactly. Or the thing he always the reference they always use is, like that kind of thing. And then it evolved from there. Like we did one really horrible gig in Denver, Colorado, where Ben, the sax player, was trapped in that twilight zone of soloing and not being able to stop, because it was so wandery and bad that he was just like, I can't find anything. I got to keep going until I find something. And everybody's just like, oh God, how do we get out of this? And after that show, it was like, wouldn't it be great if we just had a cue that just like was like the hook, the musical cue to just like hook the person off stage? And so in the van ride, we came up with that cue, and we started using it on the gigs. And
like the gong show cue?
Exactly. Yeah, or the reverse gong show cue, like the get out there kind of thing. So, and it evolved from there. Like that worked really well once we learned how to incorporate it, cueing people in and out, cueing orchestrations and all that stuff. Then it just evolved into pretty much any musical parameter we could change through a rhythmical or melodic thing.
Are these things that as an audience you could hear if you were listening for?
If you know it, like our peers who know our language or the hyper fans who know our language know them.
Yeah.
And they could hear them. So, yeah. But they're always evolving. We're always adding new ones.
Yeah, I mean, it's very as a first time listener, it's very cryptic what's going on stage. Mm-hmm. It's you just have to kind of abandon yourself to it, give into it, and it just becomes this kind of wall of sound that's great. But if you sit there and try to figure out what's going on, it just becomes an academic.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean, obviously, the whole goal is to make it like music that feels good to anybody or everybody. You know? It's like, it's not to be like, check out this cue, we're all going to stop here. It's obviously, that's not the goal. It was really to make it more interesting or make it more like, okay, this improvisation kind of sucks. Let's maybe go this way.
So it's just imposing some structure on the freedom of it.
Exactly, but the freedom is that anybody can change it at any time. Yeah. If like we're kind of stuck in this nebulous groove zone and nobody wants to step out, I'm like, it's your turn to solo. And he's like,
So does each instrument have their own?
They have their own name,
their own cue.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Really?
Yeah.
And are these are standard or these are the same throughout the whole repertoire?
Mm-hmm. So you can throw it in on any song. Yeah, any cue on any song.
Huh.
Yeah, and so we have...
So it's regardless of tempo, regardless of feel, regardless of...
Mm-hmm. Totally. And obviously, and we can change, we have cues to change the tempo suddenly or quickly, or, do a metric modulation of the tempo, Same with dynamics, same with, orchestration, same with, I like this section, let's stay here, or I want you to play this exact phrase, many, like 40 or 50 different cues.
Wow, that's amazing. Well, nobody can steal your gig.
Yeah, that's true. It's impossible to sub.